Hello everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to make a Google Doc. Okay, the first thing you need to do is go to Google Chrome and click on the Apps key. Okay, now the next thing we would do is this here. We would click on Google Drive. And then under Google Drive you would click on Create. And then we're going to try and create a form here. So we would click on Form. Now under Form, what we need to do first, we need to title the form. So we would title the form, let's just say Practice. Okay, now we have the title of the form. We could do the description. This is to teach others how to make a Google Doc. Okay, now we come here to the questions. Now, let's just think of a title for the question. Let's just say the name or first name. And then we will have our question type. The option for the question type, let's say we want it as text. So we click done. So it shows up, this is the first question. But there's something else that you may want to do as well. There's a box here that's called required question, meaning that they cannot submit, whoever you send this form to cannot submit it unless they answer this question. So I will click that because of course you would want to know the person's first name. Then click done. Now, we can also click on duplicate. We could duplicate this question so to make it a little easier for us. And we could just change the question title now to last name. And still have a required question. And we could click done. Now we could click add an item. Now let's just say your question is, will you attend the workshop or something? So we would type in, will you attend the workshop? Okay, now, let's just say you want your answer to be a yes or no. So you'll click the down arrow on the text, and you could go to multiple choice, and we could click here, and put yes, and then click here to add another, and then also no. And then we could click required question, and done. Now we have this question here. Now let's add one more item. Let's say you want more of a paragraph or a text type answer. So then this is what we could do. We could do the question title. We could say, let's see, what will, well, let's just do it like this. Since it's a yes or no question in the previous question, let's put if yes, what will you bring? And then we could, with the question type, I would prefer myself, I would do the paragraph text. That would give them more room to type. And then we could click done. Now I didn't click on the required button for this question because if they select no, they shouldn't have to answer this next question. Now this is just a brief overview of how to set up this form. Now another thing, we want to put a theme with this so we can make it look pretty nice. So we could click here on change theme, and then down here they give us a selection for a few themes here. Now of course you could add your own theme, but that's another, that would be another video. But let's see if we do this here. Let's just say if this is a teacher's form, we could click here, and then this is what it would look like. Now, it says here, all changes saved in Drive. So that means that everything you've done so far is saved in Google Drive. So this here is your form. Now, you want to be able to send this form out to people, but you do need the email address, the web address in order to send it out. You do not use this web address here because this will give this person the right basically to edit your form. So what we want to do is we want to go to File and then Send Form. Now here under the Send Form, you could do it one of two ways. You could go in here and highlight everything and then do Copy, or you could click down here and add all the email addresses of the people that you want to send it to. So those are your two options. Now you can click on the short URL so you can get a real short one, and then you can make a copy of that as well. Now you could click Done and X this out, and now you have your form is done. So then let's just take a look at if someone was to fill the form out. Now we click here on this other tab, we'll put in a web address and enter. Little technical difficulty here. Okay, when I put in the address, initially it said it was an error. That's because it didn't give time to load. But now that I put in the short address here, I can click on it and it'll take me right to the page. So let's say the person is filling it out. I'm just going to type anything. And then we'll attend the workshop, yes. If yes, what will you bring? Calculator. Okay, and then you click submit. Now, when they click submit, it tells that their response has been recorded. And then if it's more than one person, they could submit another response or they could create their own. But this has really nothing to do with your form as of now. So now you're going to want to check the responses. Let me do one more response so you can see that you have more than one answer here. And you'll be able to tally up the information. Let's say all of this, J for first name, K for last name, yes for the workshop, and then say this person will be bringing the pencils. And submit. Now you want to go and check this form. So you will go back to your Google Drive. Matter of fact, let me refresh this. You'll go back to your Google Drive and you will click on Practice, which is the name of your form. And then you see here in responses, you have 2. Before it was 0. So we will click here, responses. And then what we would do is we will go to the summary of responses. Now, if you notice here, we have the first name. You'll see the first name, last name. And then it says, will you attend the workshop? It's 2 for yes, 0 for no. And then it says what the people will bring. Now, this is one way of looking at it, but there is another way of taking a look at this as well. Now, the other way you could view your responses is go to Responses and go to Change Response Destination. And then if you look here, this says for a new spreadsheet, and then this says always create a new spreadsheet. You can, say that you can check that. And you click Create. And then now this button comes up, View Responses, and you will click here. And then it will give this to you in a spreadsheet. It takes a little bit for it to get there, but you got to scroll up, and then this will give you the date and time that these responses were made. And as you see here, it has the questions. It has the first name, last name. Will you attend the workshop? If yes, what will you bring? And it's nice and categorized as well. So this is a general basic way of doing the Google Doc. Thank you.